What is up, everybody? Welcome back to the Hypercar Showdown. In this episode, we got the Xpeng P7. I mean, it's got the splitter, the canards, and the spoiler in the rear, which does count as at functional aerodynamics. So I think it qualifies as a hypercar. I do not know how much power this thing makes. It makes 636 horsepower and 724 foot-pounds of torque. From all-wheel drive, I believe? All-wheel drive, yeah. It's fully electric, so there's no sound, and you got missing out on much here. What? Oh, there we go. I think it accelerates super fast, but it does have a pretty high top track. Like, there's definitely nothing much here that you are listening to. Apart from maybe if you're drifting, you can hear the sound of burning rubber. But apart from that, there's nothing much you can hear. I just wish that Forza had an option that you can change, that you can engine swap like an actual like gas or diesel engine inside of an electric car, because I feel like that would be pretty dang sick. But we are already at 155 miles an hour, which is pretty dang good, if I say so myself here. We are hitting around 170, and we're in the middle spectrum. This thing actually corners like a fucking boat. Like, it's a little sedan, it's a little sedan. It kind of feels like a Dodge Challenger, but it feels a little heavier, which is something that I can't believe I'm saying, because the Challenger is quite a heavy car. Like, literally, the thing flies all over the place. After this series, I am going to start another series called the Sports/Hypercar Showdown, which means that it is a car making from 500 to 1,000 horsepower. So the cap limit is 1,000 horsepower. You cannot have a car with more horsepower than that. Actually, let's make it 1,500, so we don't have an identity price of the cars with horsepower between 1,000 and 1,500. It can have aero. It doesn't have to have aerodynamics. It cannot be front-wheel drive, though. That is the only rule. The car is not identified as a sports car if it is front-wheel drive. I know that is very weird for some, because I can list some sports cars that people will call sports cars that are front-wheel drive, such as the Honda Civic, or the Toyota Camry, or the Accord. Some Accords are considered sports models, and they are front-wheel drive. So that is that. And they're considered sports cars. But for this series, we're not going to be considering them sports cars. You can drive-through swap them for rear-wheel drive, and then they'll be counted as sports cars. So that is a little bit of a weird aspect. But I promise you guys, I will make sure the Honda Civic enters the competition. So I will personally guarantee it. So we might need to do 2 H's, but if the Honda is the best weapon, we'll be using the Honda and maybe only 1 H. But let's go ahead and get this marathon race started, and I'll be right back. Wow, 915. That's quite slow if you ask me, dude. Oh my god, these people are slow. Jesus Christ. Wow, but that is way slower than I actually expected it to be. It's kind of slow accelerating for a car like that, for an electric car, and it doesn't have a high top, so I don't know what I was expecting. I just expected this car to go a little faster, dude. Kind of disappointing. But I think the next episode is the Zenbo TSRX. The one with the active rear wing. That's pretty interesting. Oh, I got that Monero VXR! Yo, I was looking for this car. That's pretty dang cool. I actually got it. Well, anyways, guys, I'm going to leave it off there. If you guys enjoy these kinds of videos, please leave a like down below. Oh, and you should already know because I played the song in the very beginning of the episode. But I'm working on a new song called Endless Horizon. Go check it out. Show some support for it. And I'll see you guys in the next episode.